Hi, I am Ananta, a group head at 22 Feet Tribal Worldwide, and I'm here to tell you my work from home story. So, my work from home during lockdown, I think, would have been slightly different than most. I moved from Bangalore to Bombay about 2 years ago for 22 Feet, and during this time is when my lease ran out. And this is been exactly where my work family stepped in and along with my brokers, and it's taught me a lot about time management. And yeah, every day essentially wake up by 8:30 because my day begins at 9:30. Between 8:30 and 9:30 there is drinking of some copious amounts of black coffee, which is coupled with scrolling through LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, just looking at all of the amazing work that's coming out. And it's also the time that I use to go through WhatsApp and check out some 1 BHKs. But in all seriousness, that kind of leads me into the rest of the morning, which is spent 30 minutes at a time checking in on all of the brands that I work on with my teams, checking in with the creatives on what the work is like for the day, planning that out. And that generally runs me till about 12. And that's when most of my client calls start as well. And I also make sure that I try and block out some time from 1 to about 2:30. I try to have that hard stop as much as possible because you need that break, and that's what my team and I have worked towards. We actually make ourselves unavailable and block out our calendars for that time, so there are no meetings set, there are no calls that are happening, because you really do need that time to check in and just have that time for yourself, especially if you are the one who's making lunch and eating lunch. So yeah, so if I finish lunch a little bit early, I get on calls with my brokers and tell them that there is such a thing as a budget. The second half of my day is honestly an entire day in itself. It includes working on pitch decks, it includes working on proposals, having a couple of brainstorms and getting on client calls, and then obviously checking up on work and following up with my creatives. In all of this time, I also set aside some time to check in with my mentors at DDB and 22 Feet. I am part of an incredible program called Phyllis, which allows young women to be mentored and to learn from the best in the business. So I make sure that I set some time aside to just do some homework. And the end of the day, generally, I put my feet up, watch some Netflix whenever I get a chance. I'm currently on round 3 of Hamilton. And yeah, to sum up, essentially, this lockdown, I have learned a lot about productivity and time management and my priorities, and of course, Bombay real estate. Backup career. The Gemini spell from Harry Potter, that's how I feel about it. Hot pot is the only thing that this adult human lies to her parents about. Mute. Mute is the only thing that